everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Formula 1 2020 My Team Career Mode. Today we'll be racing in Vietnam for round 2 of the 2020 Championship in Hanoi. So let's get straight into it then. So last episode, last race, Australian Grand Prix, I didn't get to show you the full race standings. So this is the full race standings. Lewis Hamilton in first, Sebastian Vettel in second, and Max Verstappen in third, with us finishing in an okay P14, with Jack Aitken finishing 17th. Still, we both did better than our qualifying time, so I think that was a good first outing for our race team, and hopefully we can build from there. So now we're going to go and do the R&D side of things. We're going to upgrade our powertrain chassis and aerodynamics. First, we're going to upgrade our aerodynamics by upgrading the front wing main flap. We can't do a second upgrade there, but for our chassis we're going to upgrade the rear floor under tray, and for our powertrain we're going to upgrade the ignition system, which will hopefully help us develop, and we have plenty of time to develop our car and make it one of the best on the field. Now we get the chance to choose a secondary sponsor for our team. So we got a range of different sponsors here, all having a different weekly income and a different goal bonus and a different contract length. So I'm gonna have a look through these and see which team, which sponsor is best for us and which goal we can achieve easiest. But I believe that German is yeah, I think that's the best choice for us, because its goal was to have no DNFs in one Grand Prix, and it's pretty good deal, I would say, especially with the 81k and a goal bonus of 96k, so, and only a 91-day contract as well. So I think that I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I can't. Yeah, so I think we're just going to go with this, and it's going to be good. So now, before we go to the race weekend, we're going to pick our activities for our team and what we're going to do. We've got 16 free spaces to use, so we're going to go for second driver PR filming, and then we're going to pick every other activity we can apart from chassis department focus, because I don't want to decrease other departments' morale at this time, because I want everything to be equal, so I can have at least an equal car instead of one insanely fast car that can't turn corners. But yeah, so we've used 14 of our 16 free days, and yeah, I think it's time to advance time and move on to the Vietnam Grand Prix. Now, before we go to practice and everything, we had a part fail. Our ignition system that we were going to develop for the powertrain failed, so we're going to have to spend more development points on that, resources, and so we won't have a power upgrade for this Grand Prix, but that doesn't matter because Vietnam is mainly a street circuit, and it's very tight corners, so, but there is one long straight, but we do have a pretty powerful engine anyway.
We're good to go.
So here we are in practice. I've just finished setting up my car, putting the hard tyres on for our first stint out, as we waste no time in getting out of the garage. This is a I think, yeah, no, I haven't actually played on Vietnam before, or properly actually, before this practice session. So it was an interesting practice session. I had to get used to the car, obviously, because I've only played for like just over an hour in it. Like, I need to get used to the car, but I also need to get used to the track. Which you see, I'm on lap 3, and I'm a second up through than my other laps. And this I really like this part of the track. It just flows. It's got a great flow to it, and I just seem to, I don't know, I was very good through there for some reason. And kind of through here, it was a bit, especially this corner, I kept locking up here, and I sometimes get that corner perfectly, and others I do that, and same with this corner, I went way too wide there. See, I lost about 6/10. But, and as you see, practice wasn't too hard. Did that session, and I think, yeah, we did, Jeff, thank you. But yeah, so practice was easy. I got used to the track. It's lap 8, but I got used to the track quite quickly. And I think that's enough of me for practice, and let's move on to qualifying. So here we are in qualifying. We're in the garage at the moment. As you can see, qualifying 1, it's overcast, a track temperature of 31 and a air temperature of 24 degrees. So as again, like we did in practice and former qualifying sessions, we waste no time in getting out there. And as we come to the start and start our first qualifying lap around the Hanoi circuit in Vietnam. Last qualifying weekend in Australia, we did okay for our first one. Obviously, like, we want to be getting out of Q1 in most qualifying sessions because I feel that we can push the car that hard, that much. But we failed to do it last week. Hopefully, we can do it this week. I didn't feel too confident around Australia because I was new to the car, and I just didn't like parts of Australia anyway. But around Hanoi, I just felt like I was confident, especially through this part, which is weird. But I was extremely confident through here, especially that corner as well, because it set me up perfectly for these final couple of corners. But yeah, so this is our first ever qualifying lap. We are 12th, but that's because we haven't set a lap yet. As we come on the final corner, I get that perfectly, open DRS, and we are second. That's Charles Leclerc just sets the fastest lap, but that's very good for our first qualifying run. Third, ahead of Raikkonen and Aiken, which is where I want to be. I want to be fighting the Alfa Romeos, and if possible, be ahead of them. So I'm skipping ahead of time here. As you can see, we are 14th, P15 at the moment, so I won't be doing a third lap because I'm pretty confident that that we will only need 2 laps in this session. So I'm not going to go and do a third lap, I'll just wait and then do a second and final lap. So here we are with 49 seconds remaining in Q1. We are still P15 ahead of both Alfa Romeos, and we're coming on to do our second flying lap of the session. And as I said before, I would have done a third one, but I felt confident enough that we would be around where I want to be in 15th or 16th, which would get us where I am at the moment. That this would be enough to get into Q2, which, as I said before, I want to be present in quite often, because it gives us a good shot at the race, because I think we do have good race pace. And we move on to the end of the lap. We are still P15, and I think we're through to Q2. We will be the last person to cross the line, open DRS, and that is P14. We are into Q2 for the first time in only our second race. That's success. Out in Q1 was Nicholas Latifi in 22nd, George Russell in 21st, Kevin Magnussen in 20th, Romain Grosjean in 19th, Jack Aiken in 18th, and Kimi Räikkönen in 17th, with Antonio Giovinazzi, Pierre Gasly, and me in 16th, 15th, 13th, and 14th, sorry. But as we go straight on to lap 1 of Q2, as again I wasted no time in getting out, putting rubber down, and I used an old set of softs to set this lap. Again, wasn't quick, 1.4 seconds off Bottas, but still ahead of Giovinazzi, which is quite surprising. So as we move on to our second lap, still ahead of Giovinazzi, but I'm confident that we will edge him out, because we look quicker than the Alphas at this stage in time. As we move on to midway through the lap, and I have hit the wall. I knew this would happen this weekend, but I hit that wall. Yes, Jeff, it is broken. But if you look closely, across the line goes Giovinazzi, and I am celebrating because we have just out-qualified the Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi and qualified in our best ever qualifying position so far in P15, which is amazing. And yeah, qualifying 2. Antonio Giovinazzi in 16th, me in 15th, Pierre Gasly in 14th, Stroll 13th, Kvyat 12th, and Esteban Ocon in 11th. Now it's time for the race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Alexander Albon, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Perez, and Esteban Ocon. Hamilton, they've taken a grid penalty. Kvyat, Lance Stroll, and Gasly, Joker, Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen, and Jack Aitken, Grosjean, Magnussen, Latifi, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So we're here, starting P15 on the grid at the Hanoi, is it International Circuit? I have no, Hanoi Circuit, there we go, in the middle of Hanoi. Our team has given us the alternate strategy of softs to mediums, but I'm going to change that and go on to the default strategy of softs to hards, because you can see right at the end of the race there was rain. So what I'm hoping for is that we can go on the softs, go the same stint, but only have to pit once, because people who are going for the softs mediums, if that rain stays off for a bit, we might not have to pit again, and we will be a full pit stop, 20 seconds ahead of everyone else. Now I'm playing around with the second option here of going to softs to mediums, but it looks like it'll be quicker, but I don't know how well I'll do on the softs, on the mediums, sorry, because I wreck my tyres around here. I could see in practice that my rears, I was wrecking each set. So I think I'm just going to stick with the hards and see how it goes. As we are here on the grid of the Hanoi Circuit at the Vietnam Grand Prix, all 5 lights are out, and away we go for the second round of the championship here. As we get a good start, Gasly goes alongside Stroll as they break a bit early, and we collide with both Ocon and Gasly, trying to make our way through the field. But we are currently P12 behind the Racing Point of Sergio Perez and Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. We tried to go for the dive up the inside of Perez. We just stay out of it and keep behind him as he keeps behind Hamilton. As we check if we have any damage from colliding with both Ocon and Gasly, but it looks like we don't. As we try and fend off Ocon, who was going for the dive on Perez. That was unexpected, but we make the move stick, and we're up a place, one place away from points, surprisingly. Yes, thank you, Jeff. It is a good start. As we put it up into overtake mode to go down the main straight and chase after Lewis Hamilton, championship leader at the moment after one round. We put it up in the rich mix as we won't have an engine overheat too soon. But as we just break into here, and that's a nudge from the backside. That's a nudge up the backside by, I believe, Perez. I think Perez might have hit us up the arse there, as we will see from other cameras. As, yeah, he just goes straight into the back of us, gets his braking all wrong, and that's damage to his front wing. He is going to struggle around here, especially through this section that we're going into now, in Sector 2. That he's gonna, no, this is Sector 3, my apologies, but he's going to struggle. As we move on to lap number 3, as Hamilton has made his move way past Kvyat, we have just stayed in 11th, not making any or too much progress. But as we get close to the backside of Kvyat, will we try and make a move through here? Yes, we will. Don't worry about that, Jeff. As we do sticker up into overtake, as we try and get the slipstream on Kvyat. We are within DRS range because it's lap 3 and DRS has been enabled, but Ocon is right behind us, and yellow flags as Ocon has crashed, has he? As we go up the, we managed to go up the inside of Kvyat, but what happened there then? So we're watching on from Ocon, he's got his DRS open, he's just lost it. Oh my gosh, and he's gone, no, oh my Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. So he's just taken out Stroll as well. He just swerves into Stroll. Stroll is out. Ocon is out. That was unexpected. We go from... Oof. That's Kimi Raikkonen, so you're going straight into the side of Ocon. Yikes. As we managed to stay in 10th, we managed to get the place on Kvyat. My god. So Ocon just opened his DRS and just lost it trying to go past me. I swear I didn't swerve or anything, but that's weird, but that shows how the AI can make mistakes now. As we're into lap 5 and the safety car is in, just waiting for whoever's in front to pounce. And as Hamilton gets a much better drive out of that corner.
The track is clear. Green flag.
He is already 4/10 ahead. But we get a good drive out of the corner ahead of Kvyat. And as you notice, we're in P7. That is 3 places up from P10 because people have pitted. People have pitted early, changing strategies because of the safety car. Technically getting a free pit stop, but being at the back, but on fresher tyres. But this is the highest we've been ever, as Kvyat now tries to go for the overtake outside of the hairpin here, as Hamilton goes on the outside of Sainz, as we leave him room, leave him just enough room. Will we squeeze him a bit? We don't squeeze him, but we just have better drive, and we have more engine power than that Honda in that Alpha Tauri, as he tries to stick it up the inside there, but we tell him no, and he just stays behind us for now, with Gasly on his tail, his teammate right on his tail. As we move on to lap 7, a lap later, he's going for the exact same move around the outside. Will he stick it? Will he stick alongside? We will. We go slowly, as we're not messing around here. We just squeeze him out. We're not gonna allow him to go around the outside of us there. As we move on to lap 8, it looks like nothing's really happening apart from on this straight. It's Gasly now and Kvyat both going for the move on me. This time Gasly's going on the inside. I go a bit wide and deep into that corner. Don't get the drive I want because I'm on the curb, and will Kvyat have us here? That Honda drive on the inside of the corner. We're alongside.
Okay, we've lost the position.
And we squeeze him out. Yes, but we immediately gain that position back because we squeezed him out again. On lap 8, as this is the time that all the 2-stoppers are coming in, as you saw Jack Aitken, my teammate, is in for his stops.
Trying to push the tyres too hard, you're probably losing some grip at this point.
Yes, that's why people are stopping. But Vettel, he pitted earlier, or just pitted now, I can't remember, but he's on the mediums and he just breezes past us in that Ferrari. And as you see, our tyres, and I said at the start of the race, they are knackered, especially the rear tyres, but we have a bit of damage, and screen freeze doesn't help us there, as we almost go straight into the wall, but we have a bit of damage to the left end plate of our front wing, so I don't know where that came from. I might have hit the wall,
Okay, we can take you this lap.
but I decided to come in. I don't think I'm going to change. There's no need to change it, I don't think, as we watch our speed on the entrance. Kvyat follows us into the pits, but yeah. So I don't know where I picked up that damage. I might have just hit a wall or slightly grazed it. As I go into the instant replay to check the damage, and it doesn't seem to be that bad. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just saying it's a bit broken because it looks a bit broken. But as everyone's coming in for their pit stops now, so we are going on to the hards. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, bloody hell. You're kidding me. They switched oh my god.
Go, go, go.
They've changed my front wing. I don't think that was not affecting me at all.
Scheduled pit stops.
The front wing being slightly broken was not affecting me at all. I don't know why we had to change it. So we've just basically lost a place to Kvyat at 4 seconds. We could have been out just behind Aitken and fighting Kvyat as we move on to lap 14. Nothing's happening. As we we're just in no man's land again, with Magnussen actually catching us. I'm just hoping for rain now, because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get back up the order, because that pit stop basically screwed us. Ugh. But as we go on to lap 15, a lap later, with Kevin Magnussen now going clean around my outside. I tried to stick it down the inside, but I just don't go for it, because there's no point. Almost going to the back of it and almost sliding to the wall because his back end slides out. But there's just no point in fighting him. He's on the softs. He's just much quicker than us. As we move on to lap 15, we got Raikkonen only a second behind us.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Well, we may be making another pit stop,
At the moment,
because of the
car
rain.
behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Well, that's expected because Raikkonen is on the mediums as we move on to further in lap 16 as we are on the back of Magnussen here. And that is rain. If you can see that on the halo, you see droplets of rain. So the rain is here. It's just now what lap we come in on. And whether other people come in around us, as there's a yellow flag behind us. I believe that is the racing point of Sergio Perez with a engine or mechanical failure. But this is good for us because the rain's not coming down too heavily yet, and this means people could stop, or the AI might just stop anyway for another pair of slicks. For another lap, as they say, you can't speak. But Jack Aitken has just come in, and I presume it's for another pair of slick tyres. So what I was hoping for actually worked in the end, because the people going for the two-stop actually going for the two-stop as we get just overtaken by Raikkonen. But I doubt Raikkonen will stop because he's gone on the mediums. I think he's done the same strategy that I was trying to do before the race. He slides his back end as I almost go into the back of him. But Magnussen is probably going to stop again because those softs won't last until the rain comes. As we try and go up the inside of Raikkonen, nope, that doesn't work.
Behind you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car behind, running hards.
I didn't notice that, but Gasly has also stopped, so that gives us another place up in P13. So a couple of people have stopped, and they will be stopping again because we'll need to go on the inters. As we're on the lap 8:19, and yeah, stopping for inters this lap. As you can see, the rain is coming down a bit heavier now. You can see droplets on the actual camera now.
It might be time to come in and change.
Yes, you've told us this, Jeff. Oh, that's close. But yeah, Sainz has gone on the inters. Everyone's gone on the inters now, apart from a few people who are staying out, like Magnussen. And Jack Aitken has even come in.
Jack in the pits.
Ah, so we're double stacking. Oh, this is a shame, because Jack Aitken, he was actually doing well. He didn't need to pit again. He could have waited for like how many laps? Four, maybe 5 laps before he came in. Oh, that's gutting. We were actually doing well. We were up in 7th. Aitken was probably, I think, up in 10th. He must have been running in 10th. And now we're running P14 and P17 at the moment, so strategy hasn't gone our way today. And as we're on the back of Nicholas Latifi, who is just trundling around on the slicks, on the soft tyres, the Red Bull soft tyres, as he's just got no grip. Although that Mercedes engine is giving him a fight, giving a fight to our Renault, sorry, but he's just got no grip. And same as Magnussen up ahead, 15 seconds ahead, he's on the softs. As we move on to lap 23, we are 1.5 seconds behind Kimi Räikkönen, and there's a yellow flag up ahead for Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo and his Renault he's out.
Information on Ricciardo, they're retiring from the race.
This is an amazing opportunity for us to get points. We are catching Räikkönen. We've gained like half a second in one lap. Or so, 1 or 2 laps. This is great for us. We can actually score our first points in our second ever Grand Prix, just because of our strategy.
Conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least.
Well, that's good. Hopefully we'll be able to outdrive Räikkönen in those conditions. As you see, we are. It's like this second corner was like an ice rink. It's so hard to go around. Just slipping and sliding everywhere.
There's 4 laps of
As I almost spin it on the curb. But we are now only a second behind Räikkönen. Yeah, 6/10 behind him now. As we move on to lap 26.
Manage your tyres. Gap to behind is 19.2 seconds.
As you say, manage my tyres. I just immediately lock both fronts. Amazing. And as I said on the lap prior, it's like an ice rink around here. But and on this lap, we're even closer to Raikkonen. We are within striking distance, and we are well basically 4/10 away from scoring our first Formula 1 points for the TriStar 8 Racing team. So we're on the penultimate lap now. I think this is the lap where we will get him. I think this may be it. As we go around turn 2. Slipping and sliding as we're on to the back straight. As we're edging ever closer. 0.2. It's going to be close. He's opened the door for us. And he's immediately shut it. No! No! My God! What are you doing?
Some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps.
What?
Box. We're adjusting the strategy.
What are you doing? You opened the door for me, then you shut it in the braking zone. Oh my God. We're gonna have to pit. There's no point, as I smashed the wall and losing all of my front wing. There's no point in carrying on. I'm just gonna pit, go on to fresh inters, and just, oh my God. Oh, as I come into the pits, I just, it's gone from great to worse. Is that, we're losing places at the second. Now come out in P16 behind Jack Aiken. Oh, it had to be us. That's, oh my God. Ugh. He opens the door, then shuts it as we're going. It was an ambitious move by me, yeah, but he opens the door. I wouldn't have done it if he didn't move. Oh. So I don't know who to blame there. As we go down the inside of Jack Aiken, we have better grip than him on these fresh inters, but we're probably gonna finish behind him anyway because of my 5-second time penalty. Yeah, as Valtteri Bottas wins the Vietnam Grand Prix. That's such a shame, though. Oh, that could have been points. That could have been a great result for us. Instead of bad strategy and being hit and being just blocked, blatantly blocked. Yeah, it's a blatant block. We could have scored our first points. I'm gutted.
See how the driver standings have changed. It's a great result for
But there we are.
Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the
It's
top
Formula
of the
1. That's how it
table. Let's
works.
discuss, Ants,
We just
who would you say is a
we gotta
contender
learn
for
from our
driver
mistakes
of
and
the
move
day?
on.
For me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton, the multiple world champion.
As both TriStar cars finish in P15 and P16.
Time to check out the constructors'
Duh.
standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. There was
But with
also a
4
from
DNFs
the McLaren team today.
and Charles
They make their
Leclerc getting
way
the
up
fastest
standings.
lap,
Well,
but
Ants,
Valtteri
and ends to
Bottas
another
winning
fantastic
overall.
weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us. And
Yeah.
we'll see you for the next one.
That could have been points. Instead of Kimi Räikkönen got the point instead. Ugh, as we still have 0 points. Both me and Jack Aiken down in P19 and P20, and still 3 teams without any points. Gutting. But we move, we go on to next Grand Prix, which I believe is Zandvoort in the Netherlands. So we move, and we just gotta update our car as best as we can. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, and you are new here, please subscribe down below and hit the like button on this video if you want to see more of this content, because they will be coming out hopefully rapidly. I don't know, maybe weekly, I don't know, we'll see how I feel. But thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.